All right, guys, Shotty T here. Got another video. We will have an update video probably tomorrow morning because we did get a preliminary update notice. Spoiler alert, one of the updates I do not like, but I understand, but I do not like it. But you'll see that video tomorrow. So we're in the swing of things in season 4. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I could literally post a video every day, but I know it'll be information overload. But what I'm gonna do in this video, I think I'm gonna do a 2-for-1 in this video, and I'll probably end up doing a 2-for-1 in another video just to try to cover multiple things in one video. Because if I dedicate one thing at a time about season 4 or just season in general, it'll probably carry over into next week. And I want to try to at least make sure that you guys are getting the material at least earlier instead of some stuff not coming in until next week. So what we're going to talk about here, two things. One, we're going to talk about the tickets, the upgraded ticket store, and we're also going to talk about the upgraded profession. So let's go to the professions first, since we're already here. So, and I'm gonna do the tactics. That's gonna be in a separate video in itself. Again, it's a lot of stuff to go over. But the professions, like I said, they're unchanged. You got your engineer and you got your war leader. So just to I want to make sure I'm doing a comprehensive overview of both sides because they're interchangeable. As far as when you do this, you do get profession switch tickets that you can earn throughout the season for free. And then of course, when the season is over, when you get the season rewards, you can get more of these if you need more in case you want to switch your profession multiple times, because there are certain situations where being a war leader is preferred. There are other situations where being an engineer is preferred. And then you can use this to reset your points, which I'm probably going to do today at some point. Not in this video, but I need to reset my points. So let's take a look at it here. So war leader, of course, you got all the attack related stuff, training, healing troops. And then the other side is more focused on building materials, supplies, gathering, and development. So that's generally what the two is about. But let's talk about the season specific ones. Now, the ones that are on the right hand side, those are going to be the same regardless of your profession. So for simplicity purpose, I'm just going to show you what it looks like on this side because it's much brighter. Okay, so the first 3 or 4 are probably coming to every season that I've seen so far. So even as far as back as season 1. So the first one here is combat experience. So you increase your profession EXP by killing monsters on the world map. So this is key to have that, especially if you're not at max level. I'm at max level, so that's probably the reason why I'm gonna take that off, because I don't need any more. But they're giving some incentives to use extra XP, so I might keep it there for now. So you got that there. So that's pretty straightforward. Whether it's a regular zombie, a Doom Elite, a Doom Walker, that you get profession EXP for that. So you get credit for using your stamina. And again, we talked about it plenty of times. It's just a common thing. Use your troops, you get rewards. All right, and then same thing here. Building inspiration, you get increased profession EXP for upgrading the season building. So that's the stuff that's outside of your base. So these buildings that usually are in here, and then once you get to season 3, this, and then season 4, this. So yeah, so you get credit for that. And the higher the level that you upgrade your buildings, the more proportionate EXP that you get. And again, something I might have to look into once you get to the max capacity for that season. Unless there's a higher cap than a level 100, I'm probably just gonna keep that max. But this right here is a key one. So this allows you to exchange whatever the currency is for that season when it comes to upgrading your season buildings whether it's Mithril and Sacred Water in season 3. That's what I can remember that. The other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was like the little protein and the something else in season 1, and then in this season you got your quartz and your stones. So whichever one that you're lacking, you convert it at a 1 to 2 ratio. So if you have 25,000 stones, you can turn that into 50,000 quartz, or vice versa, whichever one that you're lacking, and you get to use that. And that's at level 3. So I think level 1 is a lower ratio. I think it's 10,000 to 2,000 or 20,000. So you want to get this at max, period. And keep in mind, in order to unlock these levels to the next, you have to at least have one level of the one below that in order to unlock the next one above it. Okay, these you don't, on the left side, you do not have to max these out at all. You can just selectively choose what you think benefits your account the most by either maxing them out or just partially increasing them like this or something. All right, so now there are some exceptions which you will see, but at least at these first 3, there were prerequisites. Now, once you get into season 3, this one becomes available, and this is pretty cool. You get a free contaminated land transport every 48 hours without consuming items. So if you're low on manual teleports, this is pretty cool whenever you're going to war in a war zone duel, or if you're just going to a city to take over a city, because we did a couple of city takeovers earlier this morning. So if you want to place your base in this area, this is considered contaminated land, like this brown area. Or, of course, if you're in the middle of the map, this whole area of the whole area is also considered contaminated land. So, and also for strongholds, it's the same thing. The stronghold area that's around the stronghold, the brown area, is also considered contaminated land. So if you want to manually place your base, you get a free one every 48 hours. I don't think it stacks. So use it or lose it, I believe. Okay, so let's continue. Um, yeah, just one. All right, so this one is pretty cool as well. You get instant gain of profession XP percentage, and this is just a 24-hour cooldown. Of course, the higher the level, the higher number of points, profession EXP points you get. So that's pretty straightforward. Again, that's been there since season 1. So you definitely want to max that out and get your EXP increase higher. Now this right here, this doesn't show up till season 3. This is probably the least desirable of the ones. It give you trade post discount, but the trade post store in season 3 was terrible. I heard that season 4 trade post store might be better as far as what items you get and make it worth getting. So maybe I can use that for a trade post discount. It's only a 10% discount, though, and it may not be life changing. All right, so pretty much everything else above is likely going to be season specific. So a lot of this stuff that I'm going to talk about from this plug all the way up top is not going to be in any other season. The only one that has the commonality in prior seasons is this right here. This came in the clutch in season 3, where you can randomly summon a mummy to an enemy commander. This is very critical during the faction wars, and especially if someone is about to if someone has infiltrated your defenses of your alliance center and they just happen to be real close where they can get multiple attacks in, summon a mummy on them and it'll teleport them. Now, if they have enough reinforcements on the wall, they can thwart it off. But a lot of times, if they're attacking, then they're probably not going to have that many enforcements on the wall, because this thing does pack a punch. So it's a very key thing to have. And then another one, I think, in the season 3, another one that came to season 3 is this one right here. When Desert Protector defeat an enemy base to reduce their base durability. And also this one right here was also in season 3, the shrinking spell. But it doesn't do anything, just a visual thing that looks cool. But That's not helping my account, so that's why I don't bother with that. So season specific, you have top up XP. Like I said, in other seasons, you might have greenification stuff. You might have increasing the temperature or reducing the temperature if you're in season two, and or needles, putting needles to your helping your opponent, your teammate resistance. So all that. So again, I'm just trying to tailor it to other seasons. That's what these columns were for. But this is when you're supplying electricity to power up your teammate to try to keep their power active. And then some of these stuff don't really unlock until later. So this one here is pretty interesting. Uh, you actually become a Blood Knight Hunter, which is very cool. So probably when that unlocks and I get a chance to use it, I might show you guys that in action. And then here, after becoming a Blood Knight Hunter, you get one Hunter teleport every 60 seconds. So that is, again, a very interesting dynamic. So I'm curious to see what that does. And then this is also Blood Hunter specific. So I might talk about these whenever I get a chance to implement it, because it seems like this is a fun one. So that's another reason why I'm resetting my points, because I only got 2 free points to use, and I definitely want to use it on this Blood Hunter related stuff. I just used it on this. Sends an electrician rally message to your alliance. The allies can quickly assist with electricians. So again, similar to virus and all that stuff in season one, the temperature in season two, all that type of stuff, or removing a curse. So similar circumstances there. And then for here, this flare, again, just like season one, season two, season three, greenifying a certain radius to reveal certain treasures that might pop up on the map, whether they're artifacts in seasons 1, 2, and 3, or some of these Maneki Neko in season 4. Again, it's just a treasure. It's an artifact. It's like this season's version of an artifact. So that's what that does there. And then this one is interesting here. Once the enemy base is breached, their lighthouse is extinguished and cannot relight for the next 3 minutes. And sometimes that can be key in winning and losing the battle. All right, and this is another mine for disruption for an Oni. And then this one here is summoning an Oni, but that's not until day 15 of the season. So that's 2 weeks away. So some of these are just timeline specific. This one requires level 20 of your lab, and this one requires protector field. Protector field level 25. Now that's different. So this has to be level 25. So that's gonna take a lot of resources. I don't think the prerequisites were that steep in season 3. So I believe that because that thing was such a tactical advantage last season in season 3, they decided to make it to where getting one of these is going to be harder to get this season. Because getting this to level 24, if you look at the amount of quartz that it takes just to get this to level 11, 3.4 million, I'm gonna tell you already, it's gonna be hard to get to level 25. So it's gonna be near impossible to get that thing at level 25. Even I really like that thing too. So maybe it'll be easier to get those things once the season gets more into gear. So those are the professions. Make sure that you choose your side wisely. Like I said, I'm engineer right now. I'm gonna reset my points and kind of restructure stuff. And as far as the recommendations, I mean, it really just it's account specific. I can't really tell you exactly what you need to do. This is my setup. This is pretty cool. You get instant production of your 24 hours of whatever that you got cooking. That's normally here that caps at 24 hours. You get it instantly every day here. So it's like you're doubling your resources every day. So I clearly have that at max. This one you get more alliance contribution points, more extra stamina per day. Probably don't need that because I got plenty of stamina. Reduce speed up time, um, reduce construction time, and these flags that you use for exercise, which I hardly don't use anymore. Increasing your speed up, boosting speed for construction and stuff, building materials, which I don't have unlocked. Because again, you only get so many points to use. Some of these I would put points if I had the spare ones to use. These durability mines, I'm probably going to get rid of that because that's nothing. Um, Building speed up again, that's for me. Instant gathering, you can go to a plot that's level 12 or level 10, and if you use that, it'll instantly gather instead of you waiting 8 hours. You get to do that once a day. So this one gives you free advanced teleports up to three at a time every 3 days. That's huge if you're short on teleports. Win-win cooperation helps with the uh, research and construction cost. This right here gives you more helps allowed to build stuff that we can decrease more time to for research, for increasing your buildings or healing your troops. This one, if you're lower on resource, you can increase your truck productivity. I might get rid of that because, like I said, my resources are okay. And speed ups, I definitely might reset that there. And I think one of them I actually skipped. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. Now, this one is pretty cool. You get drone gear. You pretty much get 3 drone parts every day, plus a random drone box. So I recommend getting that at max. For that, this one I probably will decrease. I don't really need all those alliance contribution points. That one's okay. These are definitely a plus. You get more reduced construction time. It's like having your own first lady buff if you got a long line in. But in order to unlock both of these two down here have to be at max level 2. So that's the only thing there. And then this is a game changer. Basically, anything that's a reusable, consumable each day, you have a 20% chance to have it come back again. And that's going to be part of the update tomorrow that I'm not going to like. All right. And then this one it's like a kamikaze type of ordeal. If someone is attacking you, um, you can trigger it like a 67 cooldown that anyone that's near you, they're going to lose their durability. So they're going to catch on fire. And then you'll randomly get teleported somewhere. I think that's what, yep. You'll be randomly located. So it's like I'm a kamikaze mission myself, and you're going to lose some troops, and I'm going to go away. Ninja vanish. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about, again, like I said, it's 2-for-1 video. If you want to skip to this part, that's fine. But the other part is the upgraded store for the tickets. So the first ones, these are not gonna be open until I guess this evening. So these are for the exclusive weapons. Now these tickets won't become available until the season rewards, unfortunately, at the end of the season. But you still will be able to get one free every 48 hours or whatever your tavern setup is to get a free ticket. So make sure you take advantage of those free tickets when they cycle around. I try to stay on top of these with the others. All right, so of course nothing changed there, nothing changed here. But this ticket store has now added Stedman and Lucius as I anticipated. Now the regular ticket store will have these guys. So same drop rates as everyone else is in here. So if you have a wish list that you want to get, and I'm probably gonna change my wish list now. Now that we're talking about this, I'm gonna switch it to Stedman. So that way I'm guaranteed 10 Stedman shards every 200 tickets, and then whatever other chances I get him. And then on this one, this is the banger. These tickets, I had a whole lot more than 97 uh, when as this season. You get more of these whenever you get your first bloods from these zombies, and these add up. So these add up. So You can imagine I probably had like 400 or 500, but there's a reason why I only got 97 because they have certain items that you definitely want to get at times. So these tickets, like in different seasons, this introduces new heroes that used to be pay to play. Now you can finally get them for free, and so you finally get the last ones that I remember you said the only way you can get them is by paying for it because I did that missile class overview where the only downside is that Fiona and Adam you had to pay for them, but now once you officially get into season 4, so I know that takes a while if you guys are not in that timeline, you can get them finally through the ticket store. And now the only difference is you can't do the wish list like you can do on this one. So it's RNG, but I have gotten a few versions of Adam and Fiona over time opening these tickets because I'm opening them for other reasons, but I just incidentally happen to get those guys through there. And then of course you get Morrison as well. And they also have the same. You have a chance to get all the other heroes that are in that other ticket store, but you see the percentage is higher for those three. You see it's a 167% chance for those, and the other one is 0.042. And then the other person that is a higher percentage is um, is Sarah because Sarah is going to be the legendary hero in this season. So to get more versions of her, you get her in this ticket store. She is available in this one also, but the drop rate is the same. It's equal, so it's not as skewed. It's just the same distribution across that class. So she was already in that store. But the most important thing that's in here, what I've been getting are these. Just getting more of these, especially if I'm like short. And this goes for every season. Every season got whatever currency that's specific to your season buildings. You can get them from these tickets. So that's the reason why I've been using those tickets to try to get as many of these as possible, especially if I'm like very short. If I'm real close to upgrade another building, I'll open up some tickets to try to get there because the math doesn't always work out perfectly when you do these first bloods and what you need to upgrade the next building. But if you're real close, just open enough of these. So I'm just gonna randomly do it because I know it does count for day 4 scoring, but the tickets are such a small percentage of the day 4 scoring. It's worth sacrificing it here, especially for season related stuff. So I got 1,000 stones there, got a version of Sarah, two versions of Sarah there. So, and then once you get it, make sure you redeem it here. And actually, I had 4,000 more right there. I don't think I got enough to take it to the next level, but I think I'm getting close. Let's see. I think, yeah, this one here. So I'm still 21,000 away. So I have to get real lucky in these tickets to get there. So realistically, I'm probably gonna have to do another first blood zombie kill, which I don't think I'm strong enough to do right now. In order for me to get to that next building upgrade here. So yeah. So this ticket store is there now. Make sure that you use them wisely. But if you want to get credit for scoring purposes, they're for day 4 versus. You can also use them for your arms race. If you don't have any EXP or any XP to use on your heroes to level them up, you could just open 30 tickets and you'll maximize all your boxes for your arms race. And actually, I need to open my boxes for this. I've been pretty active for arms race pretty much. But during the hero advancement, you can use 30 tickets to get all the boxes for that segment. So just take advantage of every little nook and cranny the game has. So just to recap, we talked about the professions. What's the ones that are season specific? Because once the seasons are over, all the green ones go away, and you can focus on the ones that are in yellow, whether they're in the engineer or the war leader side. But you definitely want to take advantage of the season specific ones when the season starts because they definitely it makes things more convenient as the season goes. And then of course we talked about the tickets. So I will be doing a video on the Blood Knight. I finally, because after going through 3 of them, I got an idea of what to put together. So that video will probably go out tomorrow evening because I want to space it out. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an update video that's going to go out tomorrow morning. So, and then yeah, there's going to be another one about the tactical cards. So again, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. So I encourage you guys, if you want to get a faster pace learning on some of this stuff. I know there's some Reddits and whatever the case might be, but I know sometimes it helps if someone can explain it to you. Reading is one thing, but interpretation is another. So I'll be happy to explain all this stuff to you. Just a lot of stuff to pump out at one time. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.